Most people think fat loss requires high-intensity interval training, starvation, or weird detox drinks. That couldn't be more wrong. You just need time on your feet. Basically, if you walk long enough, and more importantly, smart enough, you'll start burning fat without even noticing. Let's break down exactly how long that takes, and how to maximize your progress. But first, how many calories does walking actually burn? Let's be clear, walking is cardio. It's just low impact, joint friendly, and deceptively effective. Now, here's the math. According to Harvard Health, a person weighing 155 pounds burns about 149 calories walking 4 miles per hour for 30 minutes. That's not bad for something you could do on a lunch break. Now, if you weigh more, you burn more. A 185-pound person can burn about 178 calories in 30 minutes. Bump your walking time to 60 minutes a day, and you're burning around 350 calories daily, depending on pace and weight. That adds up fast. Over a week, you're talking up to 2,800 calories, which is nearly a full pound of fat burned just from walking. And we haven't even gotten to all the walking for fat loss tricks I'm planning to share. But let's do one better first. Here's a nugget from a recent Nature Medicine study that looked at 6,000 adults over 4 years. People who took around 8,200 steps a day had a significantly lower risk of obesity, sleep apnea, acid reflux, depression, and type 2 diabetes. In other words, 8,000 steps per day is your threshold for weight loss. That's just about 4 miles or around 1 hour of walking depending on your pace. And if you're walking faster, you can trim that time down and still reap massive metabolic rewards. Of course, take into account that you can't outwalk a fork. Walking helps create a calorie deficit, but if you're washing it down with venti lattes and desk snacks, don't expect miracles. That said, let's talk about how fast you need to walk to melt fat. Speed matters more than you think. You see, walking, like all other exercise, is about effort and where your heart rate lands. Enter Zone 2 Cardio. This is the sweet spot where your body burns the highest percentage of fat for fuel. We're talking 60 to 70% of your maximum heart rate. That's about 115 beats per minute if you're in your 40s, or the pace where you can talk, but you're a little breathy. Basically, brisk walking recruits more type 1 muscle fibers, those slow twitch endurance beasts that oxidize fat like it's their life's biggest achievement. But here's the best contradiction I've ever found. Some studies show that moderate to high intensity exercise is the best way to burn deep belly fat, but other studies done specifically on walking show that on the contrary, you'll lose more deep fat if you walk slower and for longer periods. In other words, we're back to where we were like 2 minutes ago. 45 to 60 minutes of walking in Zone 2 every day should be your rule of thumb. Now, let's see when you should walk to maximize fat loss. And trust me, most people get this part horribly wrong. If your goal is fat loss, timing your walks around your metabolism gives you an edge. For example, some small studies prove that fasted cardio burns 20% more fat than fed cardio in healthy men. Here's why. In a fasted state, glycogen stores are low, so your body taps into fat for fuel sooner. Think of it like your metabolism sipping espresso instead of soda. But don't overdo it. After all, you're not trying to starve the fat off. Just walk around 45 minutes at a moderate pace and let your mitochondria handle the rest. Now, here's another gem most people ignore. Researchers found that walking just 2 minutes after eating significantly reduces blood sugar spikes. I'm telling you this because less insulin equals better fat burning conditions later. The real shock is that, according to another study, 3 short post-meal walks lowered blood glucose more effectively than a single 45-minute walk taken at another time. That means you don't need one long death march. You need smart timing and consistency to lose weight while walking. Here's the quick cheat sheet. Longer fasted walks prime your metabolism. Post-meal walks keep your insulin in check. And if you do them together, you've just built a fat-burning sandwich. Now, here's another cool trick to increase fat loss when you're walking. Set your treadmill to incline or find a hill. That hill isn't just scenery, it's a multiplier. In fact, walking on a 10% incline can burn 32% more calories than walking on flat ground at the same speed. If you don't have a hill nearby, add a weighted vest or a rucksack and you'll ignite the caloric burn. I bet you didn't know this, but rucking can torch up to 45% more calories for the same distance. That's like adding a mini furnace to your back. And if that's too hard, use intervals and rev your metabolism like a hybrid engine. Basically, alternate between 3 minutes of cruise control and 2 minutes of power walking. That heart rate spike will keep your metabolism humming for hours after your walk ends. That's called the afterburn effect, and it's what helps you burn considerably more calories after your walk for the next 3 days. So that's what I had to say on how long you need to walk to lose weight. Basically, longer 45-minute walks at high-ish speeds burn more calories, and more specifically, fat weight. But if you want to maximize that fat loss, walk fasted, get moving for a couple of minutes after meals, try rucking, inclines, and intervals. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you have any tips and tricks to maximize weight loss with walking? Also, if you liked this video, hit the thumbs up button and share it with someone who might need it. Every little interaction like this helps small creators like myself grow.